Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our penultimate PLE of the year, JWE Jailbreak. We're here in Atlanta, Georgia, where tonight it is time to lower the steel cage as Akihiko Sanada tries to be the one to dethrone Goro Akechi and end his perfect season. And Kasumi Yoshizawa will once again be taking on Makoto Niijima in a Jailbreak match for the women's Cruiserweight belt after winning her WarGames match last month. Meanwhile, Fiora will look to defend the Nexus Championship belt for yet another month as she takes on the second half of the double-edged blades, Mythra. Sir Bones challenges Yosuke Hanamura to try to get his hands back on the Eclipse Cruiserweight belt, and Kazuma Kiryu will try to do what Majima could not do last week and try to put Nekomaru and Nidai away in an ambulance as they face off each other in a first blood match. With just less than a month away from the end of the season, it is now or never for superstars, as the next time that they'll get a title chance, it'll be under the brightest lights at our season finale, Ultimate Fight Night. So get ready for a night where not even a steel cage can contain the action inside the ring. Grab your drink and snack of choice and settle in, because this is JWE Jailbreak.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's NXT Championship.
And here we go, starting off our night as we always do with a Nexus Championship match. Introducing first, it is Kanji Tatsumi. And for those of you who are new here, a Nexus Championship match is a normal championship match, except that there are a few stipulations. One, it must be a one-on-one match with no managers. Two, it is a normal match. And the biggest stipulation of them all, if you lose, whether you're the champion or the challenger, you cannot try again for the remainder of the year. We've had several championship belt holders in the men's side. And Kanji looking to be yet another one to add to that list. And his opponent, it is your men's Nexus champion, taking it away from the champion Slayer last month, and looking to hold on to it for at least a month. Representing Bro Sona, it is Yosuke Hanamura.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 143 pounds, Kiryu. And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 128 pounds, the men's NXT champion, Yosuke Hanamura.
And here we go, these two men, great friends. And now it is time for them to face off against each other. Referee showing the world the belt. And here we go, bell rings as we start off this match. Kanji immediately running towards Yosuke, who takes him down with a head scissor flip. Yosuke tossing Kanji out onto the apron. And looking to slug him off. Kanji fighting his way back into the ring. Yosuke with another head scissor. And now going for the pin. There's one. Kanji kicks out. And Kanji elbows out. Picking up Yosuke by the neck, tossing him to the side. And some stomps to the chest. Kanji forcing Yosuke up and a punch right to the back of the head, stomp to the spine. Wheelbarrow DDT from Hanamura. And just really showing that as soon as you step inside the 12 ropes, friendship just kind of goes out the window. Yosuke with the ground and pounds. And a double A dropkick to the seated Kanji. Irish whip. Looking for a scoop. Kanji slipping out from behind. Irish whip of his own. Turnstile back elbow, not wanting to risk any sort of reversal. Now Kanji walking Yosuke to the southern ropes. Scooping him up. And now just knees to the kidneys. And a barrel roll suplex for good measure. And Kanji with his signature move. Setting up a finisher, looking to put Yosuke away early. And Yosuke fights his way out. And now Yosuke with a wheelbarrow facebuster, busting Kanji open, bleeding from the forehead. Now Irish whip. Backflip kick, and now forcing Kanji up over the shoulders, rolling him through. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two, and Kanji kicks out. And Kanji getting the knee up. Avoiding getting speared off the apron, but not avoiding that head scissor Hurricane Rana. And Kanji with another reversal, keeping himself in this match. Another chicken wing 180 slam. Going for the cover, there's two. Yosuke kicks out. Now Kanji lining up. Setting Yosuke up for the jackhammer. Looking to put this one away. There's one, there's two, and there's three.
Here is your winner, and new Men's NXT Champion, Kanji.
And the belt once again changing hands. And Kanji Tatsumi will have the honors of defending the belt at Ultimate Fight Night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's NXT Championship.
And for our second Nexus Championship matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the challenger looking to get revenge for her sister last month. Representing the double-edged blades, it is the Aegis herself, Mythra. And her opponent, it is your 10-month Nexus champion, looking to make it 11, looking to make it 12. Will the streak ever end? I don't know, but what I do know is that this is your champion, Fiora.
Introducing the challenger from Elysian Fields, Mythra! And her opponent from Stillwater, the Women's NXT Champion, Arena!
And here we go, Fiora handing the belt to the referee for yet another time. And looking to get it back at the end of this match. Here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell to meet in the middle, with Fiora immediately with a kneeling head scissor Hurricane Rana takedown. Bottom rope moonsault. Now trapping the arm, stomping on the hand, or trapping the hand, stomping on the arm. And Mythra with an Enziguri reversal. Punch right to the back of the head. And a slap, taking down Fiora. Looking for a submission. Referee calling for a rope break. Now stomp to the hand. Smashing Fiora's head into the mat along the outside. Now just tossing her into the corner, running elbow. And thing about this being a championship match is that Fiora could technically hang along the outside. We have had Nexus championship matches end in a countout. Just think of was it Raiden versus Dunban? Dunban technically won that match, but because it was a countout, Raiden retained. I don't think Fiora wants to go down quite like that. Sending Mythra into the corner. Monkey flip takedown. There's one. Fiora kicks out. And Fiora getting out of the way of the soccer ball kick. Running a super kick. And sending Mythra back down, forcing her back up to her feet. Axe kick to the back of the head. Not a donkey kick, but a kick right to the spine. And now a spinning back heel kick from the champion, going for the cover. There's one, there's two, and Mythra looking for the rope break. I think Fiora's body might have been covering the referee's vision of the rope break. Call it luck, call it collusion, call it whatever you want. I'm calling it yet another win for Fiora. And who would have thought? Who would have thought? Seriously, she won that belt last year at Ultimate Fight Night, and now she will be defending it at Ultimate Fight Night. Who would have thought this would... No. Who would have thought?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Undisputed Hybrid Cruiserweight Championship.
And next, introducing first, it is the Plague Doctor herself, Lexibor. And next, it is your women's Cruiserweight champion of Eclipse, humanity's companion, Sophie.
Introducing the challenger from Monterrey, Mexico, Lexibor! And her opponent from the internet, the women's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, Sophie!
Here we go, Sophie handing the belt to the referee. Showing it to Lexi, and of course, showing it to the world. And here we go, both women ready. Referee rings the bell and they meet in the middle, with Sophie immediately beginning with a springboard head scissor Hurricane Rana. And a neck breaker. Whenever these two face off against each other, it's always been a pretty good match. Sophie with the ground and pounds. And a jumping backflip. Not sure if that's a Spanish fly, but there's a 2 count. And now Lexi forcing Sophie up over the shoulders. Bouncing her off the top rope. And a stomp to the ankle. And now a deadlift German suplex. Sophie rolling to the outside. Climbing back in. Now both of them to the outside. Lexi forcing Sophie back inside the ring. And a hip drop. Sophie with a head scissor takedown. And now a deadlift suplex of her own. And Sophie sending Lexi for an Irish whip. Head scissor takedown. Sophie with a ground and pound stomp, or a kick to the top of the head. And now Lexi going for the pin. There's a 2. Lexi sending Sophie for a run. And Zagiri sending her down. Drop kick to the back of the head. Forcing Sophie up. Sophie with the dragon screw takedown. And Sophie with another Hurricane Rana. Forcing Lexi back up to her feet. And Lexi with the reversal Irish whip into the corner, double leg drop kick. Lexi forcing Sophie up, spinning back heel kick, sends her down. And the cover, there's one, there's two, Sophie kicks out. And now Sophie with a chicken wing facebuster. There's one, there's two, Lexi kicks out. And going for it again, there's one, there's two, and again. Sophie with a knee right to the mask. Lexi rolling to the outside. And Lexi looking to toss Sophie back inside the ring. Sophie elbowing herself out. There's three. Lexi with a snap mirror kick to the spine. And Sophie with a drop kick. Referee at the count of 6. They really need to be careful. There's 7. Sophie walking Lexi around, tossing her back inside the ring. There's 8. And the cover, there's 1, there's 2, so Lexi kicks out. And an arm breaker. And Lexi with a stunner fighting out. Elbow to the spine. Irish whip. Uppercut to the stomach. And now Lexi running around top rope. Does she have the distance? Not quite. Stomp to the arm. And now Lexi lining up a finisher. And a jumping cyclone kick. Going for the cover, nowhere near the ropes. There's 1, there's 2, and the belt is changing hands.
Here is your winner, and new Women's Undefeated Hybrid Cruiserweight Champion, Lexibor!
This is not what I was expecting when I saw this match on the card. Like I said, whenever these two face off against each other, it usually ends up being a pretty good match. And I don't think this was much different. And for our first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Sans and Papyrus. They are the Skelebros. And their opponents, they are your men's tag team champions of Eclipse.
And at a combined weight of 266 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid, the tag team world champions, the Steiner Brothers.
It is Makoto Yuki and Junpei Iori. The Dark Hour. Here we go, tag team belts on the line. Steel cage closing around our two teams. And referee rings the bell. And the thing about tag team steel cage matches is that doesn't matter. Pinfalls don't matter, submissions don't matter. The only thing that matters is getting both members over the top of the cage first. Junpei looking for an early exit. Sans looking to put an end to that. Makoto trying to come to his aid. Getting kicked away by Sans. And now Makoto with a knee to the gut of Papyrus. There's a back elbow, right cross, uppercut, and a clothesline from Papyrus. And now Sans climbing up top, looking for his footing. Making the first step. And now Junpei looking to prevent that second step. And now Papyrus with the perfect defense. Trying to get Sans over the top rope. Junpei! Just a split second before Sans could escape. Keeping this a 2-on-2 match. Papyrus looking for a DDT, but Makoto fights out. And now the elbows from Papyrus getting out. Junpei walking Sans over to the corner. There's a scoop slam from Papyrus. And now a chicken wing facebuster. Junpei with a sharp back elbow. And a jumping knee. And Papyrus with a stone cold stunner. Sans trapping Junpei in the corner, giving his brother the perfect chance to make his escape. Papyrus clearing the first hurdle. Heading up top, Makoto still out unconscious. Slowly to his feet, Sans trying to prevent both members of the Dark Hour from getting to Papyrus. Unable, and now Junpei and Makoto working in tandem to get Papyrus down. It was a good attempt. But alas, not meant to be. Sans with a reversal and a reverse DDT. And now Makoto trying to make his escape. Quickly making it to the top. Junpei also. Or is Junpei playing more defense here? No, he jumps down. Sans preventing that escape. Not entirely sure what Junpei's plan was. And now Makoto with a stunner. Sans forcing Makoto up over the shoulders. Spin out powerbomb. And now Sans making an escape. Probably not the best of times. Because, yeah, Makoto immediately sending him down. Satellite armbar. Makoto rolling out. But if you can, okay, there's an RKO. But if you can disable an arm, it will make climbing a little bit more difficult. Now Makoto trying to make his escape. Junpei stuck playing defense. And doing a really good job there. Trapping Sans in the Three Amigos as Makoto tries to make his way over the top. And Makoto Yuki will be the first to escape the ring. Junpei sending Papyrus down. And now looking for his escape. He does have both brothers on his heel. So don't be surprised if one of the Skelebros makes their escape and turns this into a one-on-one. And that is exactly what Sans is trying to do here, as Papyrus keeps Junpei busy. And now Sans over the top. He's made his escape. So now it just comes down to Papyrus versus Junpei. And now Papyrus in the corner, making his rise. Junpei still down on the mat. Will he have enough time? I don't think so. To his feet now, but it doesn't matter, because Papyrus is over the top, and there's nothing Junpei can do except watch. And the belt changes hands. And the Skelebros will have just under a month to prepare themselves for their title defense. They've shown that they can hang with the best of them.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Championship.
And for our next matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is the challenger and your former Women's Universal Champion looking to get the belt back tonight. It is the Ultimate Soldier herself, Mukuro Ikusaba. And her opponent, it is your women's Universal Champion, excuse me. It is the intergalactic bounty hunter herself, Samus Aran.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, Ultimate Soldier Rocco! And her opponent from out of this world, the Women's Undisputed Impact Universal Champion, Samus Aran!
And here we go, Samus handing the referee the belt. And here we go. Here we go, both women ready? Referee rings the bell and the meet in the middle, with Mukuro immediately beginning with a kick to the calf. A jawbreaker already trapping Samus against the ropes, and now using the bottom rope as the leverage to choke her out. And now a heel hook. And Mukuro forcing Samus along or to the outside. Samus avoiding the knee. And taking down Mukuro, going for the ground and pound. And forcing Mukuro back up to her feet. Tossed back inside the ring. And hopefully Samus will get at least some offense going. Ducking underneath that crossbody is absolutely going to help. Here we go, back inside the ring. But Mukuro immediately on the offense. And now Samus on the offense, walking Mukuro to the northern ropes. Pulling her away. Dangling over the top rope. Kick the stomach and again. And now lining up the clothesline in the corner. Middle rope corkscrew. There's one. And there's an RKO from Samus. Looking for another one, but Mukuro gets out of the way. And now Samus going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Mukuro kicks out. There's a face rake from Mukuro, dragging Samus away. Over the shoulders, and an F5. Going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Samus kicks out. And now Samus rolling through. Morph ball backstretch. And releasing the hold. And then Mukuro to the outside, Samus up top. And a crossbody. And Samus tossing Mukuro to the corner. There's four. Referee's at 6. They need to get back into the ring soon. Back inside the ring. And now Mukuro walking Samus to the northeast corner, trapping her in the corner with the kicks. Now Mukuro with the clotheslines, there's a kick. And now a cross-arm suplex into the cover, there's two, and Samus gets the shoulder up just in the nick of time. And now Mukuro lining in the Fujiwara armbar. Will she maintain the hold? Samus? No. And Samus kicks her way out, stomp to the wrist. Gut wrenching suplex. And again from Samus. There's one, there's two. Mukuro kicks out. And Samus sending Mukuro headfirst into the apron. And now Mukuro sending Samus into the steel steps. Mukuro tossing Samus back inside the ring. There's 6. And a running corner elbow. Mukuro now heading up top. And now going for the cover for the title. There's 1, there's 2. Samus still with the power to kick out. And now Samus going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2. Mukuro kicks out. Samus again trying. There's 1, there's 2. Still no 3. Samus pushing Mukuro away from the corner, heading up top. Corkscrew. And now a middle rope senton. Still not quite going for the cover. Instead, Samus middle rope, top rope moonsault. Into the cover, there's 2, and there's 3.
Here is your winner, and still Women's Undefeated Impact Universal Champion, Aran.
Mukuro putting Samus through hell and back. But Samus coming out on top, the victor, and defends the belt. Looking to do it once more in just under a month at Ultimate Fight Night.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Men's Undisputed Impact Universal Championship.
And now on the men's side, introducing first is the silent assassin himself, Agent 47. And his opponent, he is your Jayromada Men's Universal Champion. It is Raiden.
Introducing the challenger from Romania, weighing in at 187 pounds, the Assassin AK-47. And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 195 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Universal Champion, the Cyborg, the Ninja, Raiden!
And here we go, Jack handing the referee the belt. Referee showing it to 47. And as always, showing the world. And here we go, both men ready. Referee rings the bell, 47 immediately running towards Raiden. Raiden ducking underneath that clothesline. Double heel kick. And setting 47 down onto his stomach now. And just smashing the knee into the canvas. Irish whip. Jumping over. And 47 with a clothesline. 47 just smashing the face into the canvas. And again. Silent Assassin having a little bit of fun. And now Raiden kicking himself out, pull back knee. And now just pendulum gutbuster. Knee to the thigh, and again and again. Raiden with a spinning heel kick. 47 to the outside. Raiden with a crossbody. Referee the 2 count. There's a knee. Now, Raiden tossing 47 back inside the ring. Heading up top. Diving elbow. And now Raiden going for the cover. There's 1, there's 2. And now, I think it's time for the rules of nature. And 47 slipping out from behind. Turning Raiden around. Over the shoulders. Bouncing him off the top rope. And now 47 going for the cover. There's one and only one. Rolling neck breaker. I'm forcing Raiden up to his feet. And sending him down with a neck breaker. Now 47, I think he's looking for a sleeper hold. I think he's looking for the silent assassin. Yes, he is. Looks like a rope break, but not getting it. And releasing the hold, just toying with Raiden a little bit. Suplex into the lariat. Now 47 out to the outside. Onto the apron. Raiden looking to force him off. And there's a hot shot that will do just the trick. Top rope moonsault, or a standing shooting star press. And Raiden just sending 47 into the barricade. Corkscrew splash along the outside. There's 4. Raiden retreating back inside the ring. If he wins this by countout, doesn't really matter. He is a champion, so win would be a win. And now Raiden up top. Diving crossbody. Resetting the count, sending 47 back down. And now back inside the ring, Raiden fully in control of the tempo of this match. Elbow sending 47 down. And now lining up, I think, is going to be another rule of nature. 47 slipped out of one. Will he slip out of a second? Yes, he will. And 47 with a power bomb. And now in the side lock. And Raiden just throwing the knees, trying to get himself out. And Raiden with a sling blade. Moonsault? Kind of, but not quite. And now Raiden with the cover. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3.
Here is your winner, and still men's undisputed Impact Universal Champion, a cyborg, the Ninja, Raiden.
And Jack the Ripper doesn't need the rule of nature to come out on top. And now for our next tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first, It is on to Kamiki and Haru Okumura. They are the Diamonds. And their opponents, they are still your women's tag team champions and looking to defend the belt here and at Ultimate Fight Night. It is Tifa Lockhart and Charla, the Mech Femmes.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's Undisputed Impact, the Tag Team World Championship. Introducing the challengers, Diamond Mine, and their opponents, the Women's Undisputed Impact, the Tag Team World Champions, Les Femmes Fatales.
Here we go, titles on the line, and I don't think the Femmes... I don't think they want to give up the belts quite yet. Here we go, Haru. Charla, the first in the ring. And referee rings the bell. Haru immediately begins by running towards Charla, who tries to send her back to the corner, but Haru with a reversal right back. And Charla getting the first bit of offense with a reversal. And a tackle sending Haru down. There's an arm breaker and immediately tagging Tifa in. It's not unusual you've seen these false starters, as I like to call them. I know Haru tagging in on. Dangling Tifa against the rope. Axe handle drop. And now on going for the cover. Early in the match, only going to be a 1 count, but just trying to apply pressure early. Thing about these matches is that if you can establish a rhythm, if you can establish the momentum early, it's kind of hard to swing. It can absolutely be done. We've seen it in the past. But the teams with an early advantage tend to do quite well. And Haru tossing Tifa into the corner. But Tifa fights out, sending Haru into the corner. Wrapping the arm around the top rope. Now a dangling armbar. Haru tossing Tifa into the corner again. Right hand, and now just tagging on back in. Tifa now just working on the legs, slowing this match down. And now forcing On back up to her feet. Power trip into the corner, tagging in Charla for their first tag team attack of the match. Charla with an Enzigiri, Irish whip into a suplex. There's a one. And On with a Desperado tag. Haru with a back elbow. Haru with the back elbows, tagging in On. Charlotte with the Desperado. And On and Tifa just running towards each other. On with the elbow. And importantly, still with the momentum. And now Tifa going for the cover. Haru's going to break it up. And now arm bar and a leg bar. Trying to win this thing via submission. But not quite releasing the hold because it's this game, and this game is absolutely bugged. And now Tifa is setting up on the top rope. On fighting her way out. And now Tifa sending On down, not going for the cover, instead tagging in Charla. And now Charla just cranking on the neck. On trying to trap Charlotte in the corner, just scraping the sole of the foot across the chin. And now just adding insult to injury with that. And now pulling back, looking for a submission. Tifa trying to break it up. Charlotte getting out on her own volition. Referee making sure that Tifa gets out of the ring, and now there's a tilt-a-whirl armbar from Charlotte. Pulling back On, fighting out. And now a chicken wing suplex into the cover. There's one, there's two. Nope. Now into the corner. On tossing Charlotte to the corner. And setting up the baseball slide suplex. And tagging Haru back inside the ring. Haru with a clothesline in the corner. Going for the cover and for the titles. There's 2 and there's 3.
Here are your winners.
And this is exactly what I was saying. Dictate the momentum early, dictate the pace early. And you control the match. That is exactly what the Diamonds did here tonight. To take the belts away from the Femmes. And now we'll be defending at Ultimate Fight Night.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the men's undisputed hybrid Universal Championship.
And now for a match that can honestly be over in like 5 seconds if we're unlucky. Introducing first, it is the challenger, the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu. And his opponent, it is your Eclipse Men's Universal Champion, Nekomaru Nidai.
Introducing the challenger from Japan, weighing in at 194 pounds, the Dragon, Kiryu. And his opponent from Japan, weighing in at 268 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid Universal Champion, Coach Nekomaru.
Here we go, both men ready. Referee rings the bell to meet in the middle. With Nekomaru immediately bouncing Kiryu off the top rope. Forcing him up, tossing him over to the side. And remember, the only way to win this match is by making your opponent bleed. Which is why I said that this match could be over in like 5 seconds. Just depends on how aggressive our superstars want to be. And now Nekomaru to the outside. Grabbing the first toy, and it's a trash can. Tossing it inside the ring. Standing it up. I don't think you could do that again if you tried. Kiryu getting out of the way of the stomp, turning Nekomaru around. And now a Boston Crab. Nekomaru gets out. There's a clothesline. And to the outside we go. Elbow into a senton. No countouts here. As Nekomaru just setting the trash can aside. And just chasing after Kiryu again. Knee to the bridge of the nose. And Kiryu avoiding the knee drop. Toss back inside the ring. And now Kiryu with a running big boot. Wrist clutch. Kicks to the chest. And a clothesline. Looking for a knee drop. Nekomaru seeing that coming, gets out of the way, and then another clothesline. And a big back body drop. Kiryu with a, Nekomaru with a planted power bomb. And now looking to put this one away with a backpack facebuster, not quite. And now Nekomaru with a crescent moon tombstone. And now the trash can. At least we got some weapon usage. Nekomaru heading up top. Telling Kiryu to get up to his feet. And a clothesline from the top rope. And Kiryu doesn't really seem like there's much he can do. Nekomaru lining up the people's elbow. And now Kiryu with a clothesline, forcing Nekomaru up to his feet. And now Nekomaru on the offense. Kiryu with a reversal. Toss into the corner. Grabbing the trash can, going beast mode. And a stomp to the hand again. And now Kiryu heading up top. And Nekomaru there, but not quite in time. There's a head scissor takedown. And Kiryu with a knee to the face. Not quite. Running knee strike. And now a knee, or an elbow to the knee. Kiryu, with all the momentum now, tossing Nekomaru up. Spinning spinebuster. And Kiryu again with the trash can. Just throwing it down. And looking for another jumping knee. Nekomaru again just getting out of the way. And Kiryu slipping out. There's an elbow to the knee. Or, would that be to the ACL? And now Kiryu. Looking for the tiger drop, but instead gets bodied. Nekomaru to the outside. Kiryu to the outside. Nekomaru forcing Kiryu up over the shoulders. Bouncing him off, but not quite enough to break skin. And back inside the ring we go. Nekomaru climbing in after him. And a reversal. Off the Irish whip, jumping over. Spinning turnstile elbow. And an axe or a tomahawk chop right to the back of the head. And a spinning facebuster. That's gonna be it.
Here is your winner, and still men's undisputed hybrid universal champion, Coach Nekomaru.
Well, that was more entertaining. That was more entertaining than I thought it would be. And Nekomaru still your men's Universal Champion. And I have no idea who could even dream of putting him away. I think Majima was still the closest. And now for our Eclipse Women's Universal Championship matchup.
The following contest,
It is a triple threat match.
steel cage match, and is for the women's undisputed hybrid universal championship. Introducing the challenger from Valhalla, the
Introducing first, it is 2B. And for our second challenger,
And introducing the challenger from the other side of darkness, the witch,
it is the Umbran Witch, Bayonetta. And last but not least, she is your women's Universal Champion. It is A2.
The women's undisputed hybrid Universal Champion, A2.
And here we go, steel cage lowering around our 3 superstars. 1 belt on the line. And here we go, refereeing this belt. 2B and A2 immediately finding each other in the middle of the ring. And now Bayonetta with a butterfly suplex. And 2B with a plant. And now this is just a normal steel cage match, so you can win by escape, you can win by submission, by pinfall. Just about any way you want. And there's no disqualifications. And a double attack. Bayonetta with a slide, taking out A2's knee as right as 2B elbowed her in the top of the head. And now 2B with a wheelbarrow facebuster. Bayonetta in the corner, trying to catch her breath. 2B with a slap, sending A2 down. And now 2B turning A2 around. There's a knee to the chin, and a facebuster. And now 2B with a snap suplex. 2B has always been in the championship conversation. I have no idea. I don't remember if she's ever been a champion. I don't think she has. Bayonetta with an enziguri, sending A2 down, and then tossing 2B between the cage and the ropes. A2 looking for a pin, not even getting a 1 count. And now an Irish whip. 2B sending A2 into the steel. There's a jumping neck breaker from Bayonetta. Going after A2. Now there's an Irish whip. And now 2B back on the offense, tossing Bayonetta into the corner. There's a trip from A2. And Bayonetta with another enziguri. And now going after A2, setting her up. Which time neck breaker, but here comes 2B with a dropkick to the spine. Forcing A2 back up to her feet. Pop-up enziguri. And now Bayonetta with a wheelbarrow arm drag. Going for the pin against A2. 2B is going to break it up. Dragon Screw takedown from 2B with a leg breaker. And then sending Bayonetta down, going for the cover. Not even a 1 count, not even... What was the referee doing? That should have at least been a 1. And now to be sent back into the cage. A2 with a hair pull. Over the shoulders, looking for the Alt F4. And to be putting an end to that pin attempt, but here we go. A2 looking for an escape. Bayonetta back up to her feet and just sending A2 down. An escape is going to be very hard to do, especially in this kind of match. You're gonna have to be extremely certain that you have the time to even get up. You have to create distance, so you want to be on the complete other side of the ring. Just a lot of variables you have to keep in mind, as 2B looking for a heel kick against A2 ended up connecting with Bayonetta. Going for the pin, 2B is going to break it up. And Bayonetta going for another neck breaker. But A2 back up to her feet. Grabbing Bayonetta from behind. Walking her to the Western ropes. And 2B and A2 just completely ignoring Bayonetta there. And now Bayo with a knee axe kick. A stomp. And now just walking around, heading to the corner, heading up top, looking for a spiral tap. And the cover, A2 is going to break that up. And now A2 going for the cover after that neck breaker. There's a 1. Again, with the long 1 count, what is going on? 2B with a wheelbarrow facebuster, going for the cover. There's a 1. Bayonetta with a suplex, A2 from behind. Hair pull. And now looking to escape, saying to hell with these long 1 counts. I'm gonna make my own victory. 2B sends her down, but I don't disagree with the mindset there. Now Bayonetta going for the cover. There's 1. 2B kicks out. And A2 with a crossbody. Both of her opponents down, looking for the escape. Finding her footing, but here comes 2B, knocking her down from behind. And a powerbomb sends her down. Bayonetta getting out of the way of that Russian leg sweep. Over the shoulders. Spin out power slam. And A2 with a neck breaker going for the cover. 2B slow to her feet. There's one. There's two. Bayonetta kicks out. B looking for the cover. A2 is going to break it up. And now 2B with an Enzigiri. Going for the cover against A2 for the title. There's one. How are we still only at 1 count? Bayonetta up top. Looking to escape. 2B putting a very quick stop to that. But Bayonetta fighting out. Axe, or yeah, there's an axe punch, but here comes A2. Bayonetta with the reversal. And a Pele kick, or a bicycle kick. Heading up top yet again. 2B once again playing defense. A2 doing the same. And another crossbody from A2. To be pulling A2 into a pullback knee. And now 2B looking to escape. Bayonetta and A2 nearly getting in each other's way. Now Bayonetta lining up a finisher. Looking for another neck breaker. But A2's back up to her feet, ready to put an end to that pinfall. Instead, looking to pin Bayonetta. Where's the one? There it is. There's two.
Here is your winner, and still women's undisputed hybrid universal champion, Mythra.
That was like a 5 count. But A2, I think she's found her momentum yet again. Finding her form from early last year. I will not be surprised if she ends the season still holding that belt. Oh, wait.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the men's undisputed hybrid Cruiserweight Championship.
And introducing first, it is the one, the only, Cerbos. And his opponent, he is your men's Cruiserweight champion, representing the Phantom Thieves of Heart, you know him, you love him, it's Yusuke Kitagawa.
Introducing the challenger from the pits of hell, weighing in at 100 pounds, gentlemen, boom! And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 145 pounds, the men's undisputed hybrid cruiserweight champion, the Phantom Fox.
Here we go, Yusuke handing the belt over to the referee. And here we go. Steel cage lowering around our two competitors. And referee rings the bell. Bones immediately with a back elbow. Yusuke back up to his feet, and Bones with a diving forearm. And now Bones with a cutter, and immediately looking for an escape. Nope. Diving crossbody. Into the cover, there's one. Yusuke kicks out. Looking for a standing shooting star press. Yusuke getting his knees up. And a pullback knee to the, or a kick to the jaw. And Yusuke with the ground and pound, and again stomp to the chest. And now with the right hands. Yusuke with the tackle and some more ground and pounds. I don't know if Bones' early offense awoken something in Fox. Probably Goromon. Right? That's Yusuke's persona, right? Yeah, because Joker's is Arsene. Skulls is Captain Kidd. Ons is... oh my god. Carmen? I think Yusuke's is Goromon? Or is that... no, because Morgana's is Zoro, right? Anyway, Bones sending Yusuke into the steel cage, but completely whiffing on that crossbody to the spine. Can't even hit a moving, or can't even hit a stationary target. And Bones with a small package driver. There's one. Yusuke kicks out. And now Bones looking for an escape. Getting up to the top. Yusuke still face down. Getting to his feet. Just a few seconds. Yusuke getting up. Getting over. And now trying to get Bones down, but Bones kicking Yusuke away. Yusuke immediately back up, trying this again. Pulling him down by his foot. Bones slowly back inside the cage. Now dangling one hand on the cage, one foot on the rope. Yusuke jumping down, not going for an escape. Okay, you set yourself up for that. And now Bones asking for the referee to open up the door. Not entirely sure what's going on there. There's a Hurricane Rana. Bones with a kick to the jaw. Knee drop. Knife edge chop. Turning Yusuke around. Yusuke catching that kick. And a kick to the jaw. And now looking for the armbar. Pulling back. And Bones rolls his way out. Yusuke getting second wind. Kushinda. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. And the title is defended.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the Women's Undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Championship.
And now for our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, stamping her ticket at WarGames last month to get this title opportunity. It is the Phantom Violet, Kasumi Yoshizawa. And her opponent, it is your Women's Cruiserweight Champion. It is the Queen of the Phantom Thieves, Makoto Niijima.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, the Phantom Violence. And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan, the Women's Undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Champion, the Queen.
Here we go, cage lowering around them, and referee rings the bell. And this is not any normal steel cage match. This is a jailbreak match. The rules are simple. Only way to win is to escape. Believe it was last year. Was it Raiden versus Armstrong? I think it was. I think it was Raiden versus Armstrong last year. And Makoto immediately having the referee open up the cage door. Kasumi with a Hurricane Rana from behind. And this match really is to determine who will be defending the belt against Mitsuru Kirijo in just under a month. And now Kasumi looking for the door, but not really. Walking Makoto to the northern part of the ring. Irish whip into the corner. And that was just sending her. There's a 619. How did Kasumi have enough space? I mean, she's a bit of a contortionist, so I guess that makes sense, but how? And now Makoto in the corner, making her first escape attempt, and Kasumi immediately putting an end to that. And now Kasumi looking for her first escape. Trying to get her footing. Not exactly easy with heels. I wouldn't know, but I can surmise. And Makoto with the ground and pound stomp to the stomach. And Kasumi rolling her onto her back. Picking her up by the neck. And Makoto just avoiding that hurricane or that springboard Hurricane Rana. And I swear, if Makoto wins this match, she would be the first this year to hold on to this belt for for more than a month. Like, she would be the first person to defend the women's Cruiserweight belt this year. Because, unless I'm wrong, every single time there's been a championship match, the belt has changed hands. Makoto with an Irish whip, jumping fist of justice. And now heading to the corner. Lining up a spear, looking to put this one away. And Kasumi getting the knee up. Now Kasumi in the corner, getting her footing. Makoto putting an end to that quickly. And looking for a power bomb, yes. And now Makoto up top, double foot stomp. And now Makoto in the corner trying to get up. Making the first leg. And now Kasumi slow to her feet. Does she have enough time? No, it doesn't look like it. And Makoto Niijima, the first to defend the belt. And will be looking to do it again at Ultimate Fight Night.
Here is your winner, and still women's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight champion, the Queen. The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the men's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight Championship.
And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first, undefeated since his comeback. Although it's only been like, what, 3-4 matches? It is Akihiko Sanada. And his opponent, it is the one, the only, the perfect Goro Akechi.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 141 pounds, Akira Nevada. And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 145 pounds, the men's undisputed Impact Cruiserweight champion, Gordon Alexi.
Here we go, Akechi handing the belt to the referee. And this can go one of two ways. Either the belt remains and the title, or in the streak continues, or we'll have a new champion. As the cage lowers around our two competitors, it is time for the main event. And this is a, well, just like a normal, I wouldn't say a normal steel cage match, but what you think of when you think of steel cage. Well, I'd say more of a UFC match. Yeah, I know this is a UFC match. Only two ways to win. Submission or knockout. And I'm pretty sure we all know which one it's going to be. No escape, no pinfalls. Just a clear dichotomy. Akechi getting his hands up to protect that. And the ground and pound in the middle of the ring. Honestly, if we had a ring that had twice as many sides, this would be perfect. Pull back knee to the gut from Akechi. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of submission attempts. Because you never quite know how close your opponent is to being KO'd. And a spinning back fist. Akechi up top. Diving knees to the gut. And looking for a moonsault. Akihiko gets out of the way. Looking for an enziguri. Akechi steps out of the way and the clotheslines. And Akechi with the ground and pound stomp to the chest. And now looking to finish this with a wheelbarrow facebuster. And now, side headlock applied. Akechi pulling back, releasing the hold, just giving Akihiko a bit of a tease. Akihiko now with a clothesline, stomp to the face, forcing Akechi up, power bomb, a knee to the temple. And Akechi with an arm breaker right back. Top rope moonsault. Akihiko gets out of the way. And there's a jawbreaker. Akihiko the flying forearm. Both men leaving it all here. Akihiko with an enziguri. Akechi up to his feet. And a clothesline sends him down. Akihiko in the corner, not quite. A step-up Superman. And now Akihiko in full control of this match. And now Akihiko going for the side headlock. And now both men in the pocket. Just exchanging rights, exchanging knife-edge chops. Akihiko turning that around. Akechi turning that around, busting Akihiko open. Thankfully for Akihiko, this is not first blood. But that's not good. Akihiko lining up. Although we have seen Kanji first match today, winning while busted open. And now now Akechi's bleeding. Akihiko. Side headlock applied. And Akechi again just elbowing out. Super kick. Akechi trying to regain control of this match. He's been spiraling as of late. So really, it's not a question of if he will lose, it's a question of when. But not tonight. A knee right to the jaw. Flash knockout. Referee calling it. Akihiko putting up one hell of a fight, but it's still not enough. Akechi. Just 4 matches away from peak perfection. Well, 4 weeks away, I should say. And with that, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight, and hope to see you on Christmas Day, Wednesday, December 25th, as that will be our season finale. But until then, we have, I think it's 3 weeks. We have this week, looking at the calendar, so it's this week, the week of the 1st, and then the week of the 8th. 3 weeks. The week of the 15th we have off. So yeah, 3 weeks remain in the season. That is incredible. But until then, we are signing out from Atlanta, Georgia. See ya.